Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to my game show. I'm, of course, your host, Droodles, Blitz, and in today's game show, we are going to be scrolling through a list of contestants for what is the best vehicle to grind in 2021. Now, obviously, there are a lot of vehicles in the game to grind. There are, in fact, over 40 Tier 10 researchable tanks. That's a lot! And maybe you want to go for the Foch 155 or the Progetto 65, the Vickers Light, whatever vehicle you want to get. Well, today's video, I'm going to be telling you, in my personal opinion, what the best Tier 10 to grind currently in World of Tanks Blitz is, why it's such a strong tank, and why I'd suggest you to go for it if A, you don't have it, if you have it, why to play it some more, and if it's your first Tier 10 ever, why you would really enjoy getting it. Now, I had two options that came through my mind. We had the M6 Yo as what was going to be my choice. The only reason I've not picked the M6 Yo is down to the fact that this vehicle is most likely going to be nerfed in one of the future updates. I've been saying for a while it's going to be nerfed, and surprisingly it hasn't yet. But the main reason I think it hasn't been is just because the Blitz Cup is currently going on, and yeah, a lot of players would have to change their strats. So I'm thinking once the Blitz Cup is over, this vehicle is going to be receiving some sort of nerf to maybe one or even both of the guns that the tank carries, maybe a bit on mobility, only time can tell. So because I'm worried that this tank might be nerfed, I'm going back to last year's pick, which is the Sheridan. Now, what makes this tank so strong? Well, it's honestly everything. If you try and grab the simplest form of what makes a vehicle good, well, this tank has mobility, it has a big alpha gun at 560 damage per shot, and camouflage. And that's it. Those are really the only three things that make the tank so strong. It's mobile, has camo, and a big gun. And when you can combine all of those, it's a fantastic tank. You can snap huge chunks of damage into the enemy, drive away, and not even be detected, just go hee hee. It's just incredible on that aspect. And it's not like this is a slow tank either. It goes 31.3 on power to weight ratio, average speed of 46, and as well a top speed of 65. It's very fast, basically the same acceleration as a Bat Chatillon 25 ton. It does weigh very little though at 17 tons, so if you do find yourself getting in the way of a medium tank, yeah, you probably don't want to be in their way too long as you'll lose a lot of health. Sheridan comes with 10 degrees of gun depression, very good penetration on the premium at 341. You know, normally Tier 10 mediums don't have a lot of pen. Look at vehicles like the Leopard 1, the E50M. They have the highest pen in Tier 10 for a medium, and they're at 330. So this tank at 340 is incredibly powerful. It's got 241 on the standard, and even if we make our way down to the Tier 9, sure, this tank has terrible DPM at 1953. Its dispersion's bad, its aiming time's actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But because this tank is down one tier with basically the same gun as the Tier 10, it's an insane tank, and it's lower down, it's got a better armor profile for what it's worth, it can get super troll auto ricochets. The T92E1 is insane, and the Sheridan, while it's a very different playstyle, is also pretty insane in my personal opinion. I love driving this tank. The gun, sure, its DPM is pretty poor at 2300, its dispersion is terrible at 0.38, and its aiming time is not anything great at 4.4 seconds. But something a lot of people don't know about the Sheridan is that it has the best on-movement dispersion for a 150mm in the game. What that means is vehicles like the T110E4, vehicles like the E100, vehicles like the E3, when you move your tank, obviously your aiming circle larges in size. And the reason that happens is because of your on-movement dispersion factor. When you move your tank, the gun disperses, making your aiming time larger. However, for a tank like the Sheridan, because it's got such a good aiming time with its on-movement dispersion values, it rarely has to aim. You can snap shots easily in this tank. Now, I might, of course, eat my words when I actually get into some battles, but we're going to see how it's able to play. One thing I actually completely forgot to mention about the Sheridan is the part that it is completely covered in spaced armor. The front, the sides, and the rear. Yes, there are some weak spots that you can manage to penetrate high explosive shells, but I can tell you countless amounts of times where vehicles like FE2 have thought, oh, I'm going to load HE and pen him, and then they just don't. There you go. Nice tap into the VK72, though. It's 479. You know what? I'll take it. It's 479 hit points that that guy will not have anymore for the rest of the battle. So I'm going to chill over here, see if we can spot anybody. Hello, comrade. Nope, there is nobody there. So thank you, VK90, for pushing up the hill. I love when my teammates get this hill because it gives us a superior advantage over the enemies. So that Jagdpanzer, it looks like he's going to be facing Tor, or nope. Okay, we're going to back up. We're at 909 damage dealt now. I mean, sure, I don't think that shell rolled very high, but we still took a pretty big chunk off that guy. We do have that 57 heavy off to my side, though, which is a bit of a worry. There's that VK72 still chilling over here, and I don't really know what I want to do with him. I might just push off over here and see if we can... Oh, he did pen me. Let's go for that 50B. There you go. Nice tap. I really didn't think he was going to hit me, but yeah, I definitely overextended that. That was my fault. Good news is that I know I out-reload the VK72. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to poke this Jagdpanzer, get a nice tap into his side for 500, and back into cover once again. I mean, I'm already easily sitting at a pretty hefty chunk of damage. And all we got to do is get some more penetrations out, and we'll be sitting at even more damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flank. My team has already lost one vehicle, and they are losing them very quickly, it looks like, at least to me. There's an AMX-50B. Let's aim, keep aiming, and fire. Oh my god! Oh, I hate this game sometimes. This VK72 clearly has some sort of, should I say, want for my vehicle. Unfortunately, my shots are not going where I've wanted them to, so let's try it again on this 50B. Maybe, just maybe we can get a shell out. I mean, we've also got this VK kind of exposing his hull to me, which would be really nice if I could get a tap into, but I really want to get a shell into that 50B. Come on. Oh, he fired, and you know what that means. Yep, another 400 hit points taken right off of his vehicle. I didn't think he was going to shoot that, but I guess he did, so we're doing pretty good so far. I mean, sure, our team is kind of doo-doo. They are really kind of doo-doo. Let's see if we can get a shell into this AMX-50B again. I don't know if he's going to poke it. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to try and be sneaky about this one. We're going to get onto the side of this Jagdpanzer and get a nice tap in, so let's do that right now. There you go, nice tap for 577 or something like that. And now we're going to back into cover again. Now we are down to German. Okay, really? You've got to be kidding me. Well, as you can see, this game does hate me. I mean, there's not much I can say about that. Hopefully, we're not going to be detected by this AMX. Oh, we were, but I guess I got some luck back from that shell before. Not really sure what to say about my team. I mean, they're really losing health fast. They still got the 50B back there. They've got a very healthy VK90, which is a tank that, yeah, you don't always want to trade with, but we're going to see if we can get a tap right into his vehicle right now, aiming in, and boom, there you go, nice tap, back up, blah, blah. Okay, we're fine, we are all good, and let's keep on reversing. Oh god, Leopard, you are dead. I don't know what his plan was, but it definitely was not a good one. Let's aim in another shell on this VK90, another 600 damage tap there, and let's keep on backing up. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, that's what you get for snapping that shell. Come on, teammates. Why'd you have to fire that? Well, the good news is I know for a fact this VK72 is on a reload from the shell that he fired at me. So let's go for a shell. Ooh, just missed where I wanted it to go right into the track wheel. But hey, at least we tracked him, right? I don't need to worry too much about him anymore. And all we got left over here is the AMX-50B. So let's see if we can get a shell into the 50B. I know for a fact that I am a one-shot for that VK72, but I'm not a one-shot for the AMX-50B. And if I load an HE shell in and I manage to penetrate it, he's dead. So let's see if we can make this armor work. Let's see if we can get this gun to do its job. Here we go, pushing off to the side, and let's put on our auto-aim. Yeetus and deletus. That's the Sheridan, and as it says right on the front, you're next. I love this tank. The ability to do what I just did there for 5,379 damage, even getting away with the troll bounce on the side, shows you where the tank can be great. The alpha is amazing, and sure, DPM might not be the best on the vehicle, but as I went over, and I've gone over many times in a lot of my videos, damage per minute is not always key to winning battles. And that was a clear proof of evidence there. I was able to outtrade tier 10 heavy tanks. I don't even think I shot really mediums. I shot, what, the AMX-50B, the VK90 twice, and the VK72 twice. We took off around 3,000 hit points, maybe even more, just from the heavies alone. We also got that Jagdpanzer twice. It's just really insane how much damage this thing can dump out with a single shell. And because of that, it really is just such a nice tank to play. So obviously, I'm going to push my tank right over to this bush. We're going to see if we can get some spots onto the enemy team. Please don't ram me, dude. There you go. Beautiful. And we're going to see if the enemy tries crossing. What tanks do they have that would cross? Maybe an E5? Apart from that, not too much. Okay, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to push right here. If that 50B decides to cross, we're going to get a snap right into the side of his tank. So there's only one way to find out. There you go, 512, and there goes already a big chunk off of that AMX 50B. Now, with that guy pushing that way, clearly we know mostly the entire enemy team will be pushing to this side of the map. We have that T-22 medium over here. He's backed up, though, which means we can poke this. Let's see if we can get a shell into that T-54. Ooh, I really want to get a tap into his tank. Come on. We also got that T-22 over here, which, you know what, we'll just shoot an HE at. That's 200 damage, and it's 200 more damage than I would have had if I had fired a standard APCR shell. As you saw, as you saw from when I fired at that AMX-50B, the game before at the turret, the pen on this vehicle, it's definitely on the standard. So sometimes you do need to load premium, and the premium heat would not cut through what is a T-20. Oh my god. Well, you know what, let's see if we can tap that guy. There you go, another nice tap for 544. But I have made a very quick decision on what I'm going to do. Drive away! Yes, drive away very, very fast and get the heck out of there. All right, let's see if we can get some shells maybe into the Foch 155. Speed. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We only lost 400 hit points, and we might just be able to get a pretty big tap into this tank and fire an HE. Oh my god, that shell went literally nowhere, and we almost lost a lot of hit points for that. I really wanted to get that shell out, though. I guess that is one of the downsides of this vehicle, is when your shells do that. So we got the E5 off to the side over here. Is he going to poke it? You never know. Come on, poke it. Keep going. Doesn't look like he's going just yet. We've got the Waffenträger over here, and perfect. Just what I wanted. The enemy T-22 has finally decided to move in. Now what that means is I can use my mobility and try and get some shells into the side. So let's see if we can do that right here. Let's get off to the far side of this T-22. And here we go. So we got the 57 Heavy over here aiming and fire. Oh my god, this gun. Ooh. Sorry, just you're getting a little bit of a heart attack here watching this gun fire shots like that one there. Now we got the Foch over here, and the Foch is strong. Well, let's see if we can get a shell into his vehicle, aiming and fire. There you go. Nice tap. Finally connecting a shell that actually makes sense for 487. And with that, that guy's probably not enjoying this game all too much. So that Foch, she's a one-shot. We know the Waffenträger was right over here, so I gotta be a little careful on poking this, especially because I am detected. But, oh, yeah, he's not there anymore. What that means is I want to finish this guy off right here. There you go, finishing off the enemy T-54 E1. So we're doing okay. I mean, I'm hoping that my E-50M, there you go, finishes off that guy. And now we can continue pushing through. A couple more seconds left on my reload. Let's see if we can get a tap into the 57 turret. Boom! Nice one, making him a one-shot now. I mean, you can just see where this tank feels so nice on the gun. That E5, he doesn't really want to push much more, and I gotta be careful here. We are gonna tap a heat shell right into that 57 turret. Again, another troll bounce on this vehicle. And 8 more seconds left. We should be able to get one more shell out into the Waffenträger. Come on, let me get it out. Let me get it. Ram. Yes, I will take 93 damage. Let me get it out. Come on. Sweet! I actually managed to get that shell out. So again, even though this game didn't seem like I did that much damage, you might be surprised that I did over 3,000, sitting at 3,399. The Sheridan is just a tank that can do it all. It can brawl with heavies because of its alpha. Now, I don't mean trade with heavy tanks. That's a terrible idea. They have more hit points than you by almost 1,000, some of them. So, yeah, what I would say to do is wait for an enemy to shoot. Bam! Get a snap into him and back up. And judging that you out-reload some of the bigger alpha heavies, let's say like an E100 or a VK72, I actually out-reload them even with Cali, so you really can be a menace in a Sheridan. And this is why these two perfect examples here are why I say the Sheridan is definitely the best tier 10 to still grind in the game as long as you know what you're doing. But doesn't that go for every tank? Hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!